Pollinators, a topic. In this picture, the stamens of grasses hang down on long, slender filaments to catch the wind. It's windy weather, and the stamens of grasses, it's hang down to catch the wind. It's kind of pictured here. Hummingbird. Bird-pollinated flowers produce copious supplies of water and nectar to attract their visitors. And here another picture. Here, purplish lines on the petals of eyebright act as honey guides, indicating to insects where the nectaries will be found. Since land plants are stationary organisms without the ability to move from place to place, they need the assistance of outside agents to carry their pollen to the female egg cells. Land plants are actually stationary organisms and they don't have any ability to move from place to place. So that's why they need assistance of outside agents so that their pollen to be carried to the female egg cells. With some plants, this agent is the wind, big agent, wind. But for this method to be successful, vast quantities of pollen must be produced in order to increase the chances of pollen reaching a suitable plant of the same species. So they need vast quantities of pollen that must be produced so that their increase of chance, order of increase, the chance of pollen to reach to their suitable plant of the same species. The grasses are wind pollinated and have long feathery stigmas to catch the wind-blown pollen. Insect pollinated plants must have some way of attracting their visitors. So insect pollinated plants, they must have some way of attracting their visitors. And usually this takes the form of brightly colored petals, scent, and a food source. Petals are brightly colored and they have scent and a food source so that other visitors come either in the form of the pollen itself or nectar, a sugary fluid secreted from special gland which is very attractive to insects. A sugary type of fluid, it gets secreted from these special glands, and these are very attractive to insects and they come. And there is no guarantee that an insect visitor will visit another plant of the same species to effect cross pollination. There is no guarantee that an insect visitor will visit another plant of the same species to effect the cross pollination. However, many plants evolved flowers adapted to attract only one or a few kinds of insect. There are many plants evolved flowers adapted to attract only one or a few kinds of insect. In this way, the chances of that insect visiting another of the same kind are considerably increased. So this is the way to it becomes a chance of that insect visiting another of the same kind are considerably increased. And here, the many different types of bees are an important group of pollinators. And the flowers they visit often have a distinctive color and pattern to attract them. Some flowers have honey guides which indicate to the insect where the nectar will be found. Some flowers have honey guides which indicate to the insect where the nectar will be found. These markings are often invisible to the human eye, but the eyes of the bee, which are sensitive to a slightly different spectrum of light, can detect them. They can easily detect, but it's not possible for the human eyes. And here a photograph taken with ultraviolet light renders them visible.